Hello and welcome to everyone watching. My name is Raven Crossing, and this is going to be an unscripted video because honestly I just didn't have the energy to waste on this, and if I'm being totally honest, I don't think it's worth my effort. So today I want to be talking about Ghost Recon Breakpoint, a game that I was very much looking forward to, but decided to back off after I heard all the negative buzz about it, but caved and eventually picked it up for about a fourth of the price. And I was still monstrously disappointed by it. And today I want to tell you guys about it so that way you avoid this. You avoid making the same mistake that I did in purchasing Ghost Recon Breakpoint, because good lord, it is just awful. So this is kind of a mini review. Also, quick clarification: the gameplay you're going to be watching here is not actually Ghost Recon Breakpoint. This is from Ghost Recon Wildlands. Because one, it's a much better game. Buy that immediately. So much goddamn fun. Also, I kind of lost the gameplay that I had of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and by the time I realized that I'd lost it, I had already uninstalled and gotten rid of the game. So, I don't know, just kind of incompetence on my part. But anyway, let us begin. I do want to start off with the good things about the game. I want to be a little positive before we get into the nonsensical bullshit that surrounds this game. Firstly, I think the gunplay and the gameplay loop as a whole is actually pretty great. The gunplay is a little bit more tighter. It's a little bit more of a tighter version of the gunplay from Ghost Recon Wildlands. Everything feels heavier and more emphasis is put on movement and distance and things like that. I think it's actually very well done. And also the sound design and music are also very good. Guns sound great, except the suppressors still sound a little bit too weak. The game looks great as well. Pretty significant improvement over Ghost Recon Wildlands in my opinion. Character models look great, and from what I've seen in the character creator, the different faces you select are actually surprisingly expressive, and I really liked that. Also, quick shout out to Ubisoft here. They actually give you a little bit of a graphics option in the menu. You can choose between a full 4K resolution or enhanced graphics at a lower resolution. I don't think it's quite 1080p, but it is not full 4K. But you get more detailed landscapes and things like that. Also, Jon Bernthal as Walker fucking kills it. He's the main villain of the game, and he's actually, in my opinion, the best part about it. He's really entertaining in the cutscenes you see him in, and his presence is definitely felt when he comes on screen, although it's hard to say if that's the character or the actor. It's probably the actor. And the character of Nomad I found surprisingly endearing. Like, don't get me wrong, he's absolutely a one-note main character, just like pretty much every character in this fucking game. Everyone is one note. But he is a pretty cool character in his own right. I did a little bit of research as to this character's backstory, and he's not original by any means, but it's enough to make a compelling lead character. Okay, now we get into the meat of this video, the guts of it, the cons, the shit of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Firstly, the mission and story structure is jumbled and sloppy as fuck. Now, for those who haven't played Ghost Recon Wildlands, the way missions worked in that game is that you entered a certain province of the map, and when you enter that province, you unlock that province's set of missions. And you know, everything is within a couple kilometers of each other, so you're traveling pretty good distances, but not like where you just feel like you're just holding down a button for God knows how long. And using different modes of transportation was actually pretty viable. I loved using the bikes in Ghost Recon Wildlands. In Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the way this game works is you go to an NPC that gives a mission, you have a little cutscene where your character is talking to them, and then they give you a mission, and a lot of times, to my dismay, you're not given an objective marker at all, but when you are, it sends you in between 10 and 20 kilometers in whatever direction. And again, sometimes, or rather a lot of the times, the game doesn't even give you an objective marker. They just tell you, hey, this mission is in this province, so you go to that province and then you look, oh, it's near this facility, so you have to take out your drone and mark literally every location until you find the goddamn facility where you're supposed to go. It is so fucking annoying, so time consuming. I spent 25 hours in this game, and I'm fairly certain that 6 or 7 of those hours was just trying to find where the fuck I was supposed to go. It's so goddamn annoying. Moving on, the gear score and tiered loot system is completely unnecessary. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking putting this in a Ghost Recon game. It feels like they were trying to make it feel a little bit more like The Division almost, when that kind of gameplay has no place in the game. Anyway, moving on, the majority of the characters in this game are so fucking boring. They're all one note, nothing about them is interesting, give or take their character designs. I'm not kidding when I say sometimes watching a cutscene that didn't involve John Bernthal, I was really struggling not to just skip it. It's that boring, and I'm someone who revels in cutscenes in video games. Metal Gear Solid 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. I love cutscenes in games if they're done right. Here, the characters are so boring, I honestly could not have given a shit less, and I was just watching it surely to have the context of what was happening in the narrative. It's so bad. Finally, the microtransactions. Personally, I'll be honest, I didn't really care about the microtransactions, but they are in the game, and the majority of them are just fucking obnoxious. Like, it's like, really, you're gonna charge me money for that? Like, get the fuck out of here. Come on. Anyway, that is my, I guess, Ghost Recon rant. God, it's so awful. They supposedly have a huge patch getting prepped to basically reshape the entire game. Hopefully that is the case, and there's so much wrong with this game that I haven't even brought up. Oh my god, it's so fucking frustrating. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, you want to see more of my content, please subscribe. I'm gonna have more diverse types of videos coming up pretty soon. I want to get a lot more into anime and reaction videos and all that good stuff. So again, thank you for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video. Have a nice day.